What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Redzone Ramblin. I'm Kyle Losser.
Black ice.
Black ice, like the air freshener. And we're here.
Air freshener.
The air freshener. The only air freshener. If you're not getting black ice, what are you doing, really?
Not living life.
Not living life. That's exactly right. So we're doing a quick reaction video to the AFC Championship, and I think we'll be posting some about the NFC Championship and another one about the Patriots very shortly.
The whole video is just going to be Kyle crying.
Yeah, well, that's what this video is going to be, because this is the AFC Championship reaction video. And I had to wait. I wanted to kind of do this yesterday after the game because it would get some raw emotion, but that emotion was a little bit too raw. I was hurt. I was hurt deep. I'm still hurt deep. And I don't know if I'm ever going to get over this. People still talk about the '99 championship and the missed opportunity for the Jaguars there. I don't know when this is going to end. I don't know when this wound is going to heal, Kendrick. But I think I'm a little bit better now, so we can dive right in. Coaching lost us the game. I'm going to say that. In the second half of that game, Nathaniel Hackett played way too conservative. And Todd watched it as well. It's not just on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, we started playing back. We started giving them way more cushion. We kind of did that a little bit throughout the game, but way more so in the second half. Giving receivers like 10-yard buffers, letting Brandon Cooks push up the field and then cut back immediately.
Like when like the saying, more cushion for the pushing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where to stop at. I mean, like when you give like the offense more cushion, they get more time to push down the field.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There was more.
You get more cushion.
There was
for the pass pushing.
No, there was way more cushion for the pushing down the field, and then Brandon Cooks could cut right back up, and that's what happened.
That's what it really means.
Yeah, you saw that like 2 or 3 times against AJ Boye, and that's just not wanting to get beat deep. That's all that is. And in my opinion, when Gronk goes out of the game, you man up.
Well, in my opinion, that was an adjustment, because you saw in the first half, when they were one of those crossing patterns, Cooks was always getting covered by Telvin Smith or another linebacker. And so they put AJ Boye, they started doing more man, he was shadowing and he was giving them cushion, because obviously Brandon Cooks is a burner, and like the first half he was abusing them when they tried to have zone and have like whoever closest to him cover him.
Yeah.
And that wasn't working because it was a linebacker every time, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's how the Patriots ran it. And so I think it was smart that they switched to that. I think that was an adjustment to have AJ Boye in them and give him cushion, but the thing is, the Patriots are fine with taking that cushion. Well, they're fine with like 7-yard throws. They
didn't only put AJ Boye on him because Ramsey, we saw, was lined up a couple times over Brandon Cooks too. And in my opinion,
they did a lot of man, and that was an adjustment they made.
Well, I think they should have press covered Cooks with Ramsey. Got him real physical at the line. He's a smaller receiver. Brandon Cooks is not a big guy. Ramsey is. I have to say, you have him bully him in the line of scrimmage, then take your chances with the little short crossing patterns. I know you don't want to give anything up deep, but I don't think you're going to with your DBs. So. And no, I'm not taking anything away from the Patriots. They did a great job of exploiting, like you said, the linebackers. That was a huge part of their offense, was they attacked the linebackers downfield.
Yeah.
So they would have like, not Edelman, but Amendola.
Yeah, a lot of shallow crosses.
Right, but they would end up turning them up a little bit, and kind of Tom Brady would dink it over the top.
And every single time there was a back, they would have like a wheel route, and that takes the linebackers' eyes off the crosses in the middle too. So.
Right, exactly. So I mean, I'm still heartbroken over this loss, and it's frustrating because we had a 10-point lead with 11 minutes left to go in the half.
They led the whole game until there was 2 minutes and 42 seconds. They had the lead until there was 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the entire game.
Yeah,
like,
and
I said the Jaguars have to score 28 points to beat the Patriots.
Yeah,
you would have, that's the way it would have gone, and it's because like how many teams can you say with 11 minutes left, 14 points down, that you knew they were going to win? Like, you know what I mean? Like when it kind of happened, they have 3 touchdowns, 11 minutes left. Like you were saying, like this is over. Like you know that Tom Brady's going to come down and win it. That's the only team down 14 points or 10 points to one of the best defenses in the league, where everyone was like, yeah, they're going to win now.
Yeah,
like that's insane.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to be that guy. I really don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy right now. To talk about the refs. Now, I might be a little biased. I admittedly am biased, actually. But it seems, after I kind of settle down and look at social media and I know that they like to jump on the Patriots anyway, but still, I'm seeing a lot of backlash about some of the calls that were made. The Patriots only have 1 call on them on special teams, not on offense, not on defense, on special teams. And then the Jags had, I can't remember how many yards, something like 90 yards called against them.
The yards were because they're PIs, though. To be fair, it was like 6 penalties. and a PI is going to give you a bunch of yards because they're
Yeah, but one of those PIs was complete.
One of those PIs was a PI on both players. Like they showed it a million times today, and it was a PI on both, so it should have been offsetting. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the big one, which I didn't even realize was a thing until I started looking a little bit at ESPN and listening to some people who were talking to me about this, was Miles Jack, when he recovered that fumble, was never touched. And that's why he was so mad. He was never touched when he recovered the fumble, when he gained possession, and the refs blew it dead. The problem there is refs are trained, completely and totally told that if it's a fumble and someone picks it up, you are to not blow it dead. You are to just let it happen. You can review it and stop it, but you can't reverse it the other way. You can't give a touchdown to someone. So that was a little bit frustrating that was called like that. At the end of the day, that's not an excuse, because going into this game as a Jaguar fan, I said we had to beat the Patriots and the refs. That's what we have to do in New England, in Foxborough, and we didn't end up doing that.
No, that's dumb. That's dumb.
Well,
we'll talk about it later. Talk about people talking to beat the refs, but it's dumb. The Jaguars, like I said, had the lead until 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the entire game. When the Patriots scored again, when it was 2017, they got the ball back. They got a 3-and-out. They couldn't do anything. Okay.
That was because of conservative play calling.
I'm saying that's not the refs beating you. That's the Jaguars not being able to beat the Patriots. Like you had the chance to win the game. You had a chance to score again. You couldn't to even get like a 3-point to a field goal when it mattered. You couldn't. You got 3-and-out. Then you have a whole other drive after the Patriots scored again. You have a whole other drive. 3 timeouts left. 2 minutes 40 seconds on the clock. You get down the field. You get to their territory. Then you take a sack fumble. So it's not like it's not like they didn't have multiple chances to win the game. That's not having to beat the refs. You couldn't beat the Patriots.
So you're saying that making that game 27 to whatever with the Miles Jack touchdown that was not called or called back or not ruled.
Listen, there were calls against the Jaguars that didn't get called too. Miles Jack shouldn't have been in the game. First of all, he had 2 clear personal fouls, which gets you ejected from the game. He had on the James White touchdown, the guy crossed the end zone, clear ball past the plane, 2 steps. He tackles him, that's fine, but then he spins around, slams him on the ground, slaps him in the back of the head. That's the second time he slaps him in the back of the head. That's 2 personal fouls. So he should have been kicked out of the game first of all. Okay, and then you had a clear block in the black. We all saw block in the back. Block. It probably was block in the black. Leonard Fournette gets a cut block on the dude, beautiful block. Then the lineman comes up, one of the dude's not even up yet, on his knees, pushes him into the ground. His head slams into the ground. It doesn't get called. Those are 3 calls that easily, like the one on the block in the back, kept their drive alive because they got a completion on that. And the other 2, Miles Jack shouldn't have been into the game to get that strip. You know what I mean? There's calls either way.
Okay, so answer me this: was there a call that took away a touchdown completely?
No, but first of all, I didn't even think that was a fumble.
For the New England Patriots.
No, but I'm saying Miles Jack wouldn't have been in the game if they had made those calls. But listen, I didn't even think that was a fumble. First of all, because like the ball was pinned against his leg when he rolled over. I didn't think that was a clear fumble. Listen, when they reviewed it, the fumble, they said it stands, which means confirmed because they called it fumble on the play. So that means there wasn't evidence to overturn it.
That's my point.
I didn't think it was a fumble.
If it was called a fumble on the field, you let him pick it up and run it. That's what you're trying to do. Don't blow the whistle.
Yes,
let him take it back to the house. That's a touchdown.
Okay, but you still had the chance to win the game, and they didn't do it.
I'm not saying that they didn't do it. I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm not saying that they got outplayed in the 4th quarter of the Patriots by the Patriots. I'm saying if we don't get a couple of those calls, the game is completely different.
If you want to say ifs, you can say Miles Jack shouldn't have been in the game first of all. If you want to play ifs, playing ifs means nothing. Like,
first of all, one of those penalties happened after that touchdown, so we could play ifs all we want.
Yeah, that's a personal foul. If you do it after the play's whistle dead, which
I'm saying it happened after that touchdown, so we would have had that point on the board anyway.
No, that was the first half.
But I get what you're saying. No, the second half was the
fumble. The fumble was on the Deion Lewis double pass in the 3rd quarter. Both the penalties that should have been called on Miles Jack were in the first half. One was on the 1st quarter, one was on the 2nd quarter.
No, the second smack on the head.
It was the James White touchdown.
Either way, we don't.
I went back and looked at it. I made sure.
Either way,
they're both in the first half.
Either way,
you can't play ifs. The fact of the matter is, the Jaguars couldn't get it done. They had the lead until 2.5 minutes in the whole game. They couldn't do it. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And the mediocre play calling started in the second half. In the second half, they knelt instead of trying to be aggressive and score a touchdown. That was the start of the passiveness right there.
I mean, yeah, I agree that they didn't play passive like that. You don't do that against.
That's the tone right there.
You never do that against Tom Brady. That's the bottom line. You don't play conservative against Tom Brady. And you're right. We could play ifs all day, and that's not going to get us anywhere.
And you can say it was bad coaching from the Jags. It was better coaching from the Patriots.
It was
in the second half.
It was.
The second half defensive adjustments were amazing.
It was.
In offensive, Josh McDaniels didn't have Julian Edelman all year long, Tom Brady's favorite target. He loses Gronk, their other favorite target, okay? And he comes in and he does 2 trick plays Okay, he's playing empty backs, like no Gronk, no Edelman, and they come out there and score 2 touchdowns in one quarter.
Right.
I mean,
I agree. I give the Patriots credit too. I mean, they did their thing. But to say the refs didn't affect that game at all would be ridiculous.
They affected on both sides. What I'm telling you, there's blown calls every single NFL game.
You need to do a little more research on the Patriots and how they get calls all the time, and it's a blatant thing. People have caught on to it. It's like this is a thing now.
No,
it's not.
Okay, we'll talk about it later because I'm going to dispute that.
Alright, well, we'll do another video on that, but that's all we got for the AFC Championship video reaction, and make sure you guys like, subscribe, do your thing. Once again, take it easy.